I did hit a woman in the head with a ping pong ball by accident.
She knew she was. She knew the risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You don't sit next to a ping pong table and not think. There's a chance I could get hit here.
How's it look?
Yeah,
good evening.
Too high.
Welcome to the news in Dr. Zeusville in Whoville.
Okay.
It's a nice logo, isn't it?
What was your name?
Nick Goldsmith.
Nick Goldsmith.
And I'm Garth Jennings.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm Adam here today with Angelica Blod, and we're also here with Gordon the Whale, and we're interviewing Nick Goldsmith and Garth Jennings from the movie Son of Rambo. Hey guys, how's it going?
I guess the first question, how did you get this idea? Why Rambo?
The idea for Son of Rambo came from me remembering that when I was a kid, I'd seen First Blood when I was about 11 or 12. I shouldn't have been watching it. I think I saw it with some friends on a pirate copy. And we just thought it was the most extraordinary film. It was the first film we'd ever seen that wasn't meant for our age group, but it was also the first time we'd seen a film where the hero just had a stick and a knife and he took on 200 people, and there were no laser guns or any, he was just an extraordinary one-man, self-sufficient army. And we just thought it was amazing, so much so that that inspired us to make our first home movies with my dad's video camera, because he had no idea how to use it, so we just thought we'd just start playing around with it. And really the idea for our movie was based on the memories I have of that time and those bizarre circumstances and crazy little movies we made.
And when I was 15, my friends used to say I looked like Sylvester Stallone.
That's the link.
I see it in the eyes.
That's it, in the eyes.
1,000 yards stare.
So where's the headband?
It's in the bag, but come out on good occasions.
How'd you go about picking the two younger actors, the two leads?
They're both the leads in the film are they'd never acted in anything before, and that was kind of what we were looking for. So not necessarily they hadn't acted before, but we were looking for a sort of natural charm and ability that hadn't been sort of fostered by the sort of regular stage school route, which is very good for certain things, but for us we needed a natural charm on screen. And it's very difficult to find, and it meant we went to all the regular schools rather than the theatre schools, and it took us 5 months. But
a lot of kids.
A lot of children, and then when we found those two, it was an instant walk through the door, you're the right kid.
But it was that typical thing of, it was right at the end.
Yeah.
They're like the last kids you were seeing.
Yeah. Were some of the other kids in the film, like Dieter or maybe the other school children, were those kids that you saw along the way?
Yes.
Looking for these? Yeah,
it was a brilliant way of finding all the rest of the cast, because you were seeing a really great level of actors. And some of those supporting actors were brilliant, really, really brilliant, but they just weren't right for the characters we had in our script. But they were perfect for the other roles.
Although I do think it's the majority of them are actually came for the main roles, and I don't think we did much casting for those specific. I think everything was pulled from the ones that we saw.
So tired of casting for the main two parts. We're like, yeah, we'll take those other guys. They were pretty good. No, I
don't know how to stop it going down. My chair's going down. Sorry.
What would be great is if mine went up. That'd be symbolic. What's going on?
I don't know. My chair just went down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Did you see that happen in shot? I was like, sorry.
You're sort of sitting there and you're talking and you just start.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Yeah. All right, we're back on, people. Hold it together.
He just like slouches a little. And
yeah. Slouch. There you go. Sorry, I'm going to sit up really straight. Sorry.
I like this.
So I guess you had a cameo in the movie Hot Fuzz, and I noticed that Edgar Wright was one of the teachers in this movie.
Yes.
You guys our friends are alive.
Well, Nick and I were zombies in Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
Right at the end. Anyway, we were zombies, and yes, because we've known Edgar for years, and before any of us had got started in movies, and it seems like a sort of habit that we've got now. We always put our friends and family into our own movies. Nick's family, my mum and dad, my wife's a nurse in Son of Rambo. I mean, just everyone we can get our hands on just comes in, and so Edgar's part of that group of people we reel in when it's time to shoot.
When you guys show the movie at the end, what made you guys choose Yentl as the movie that they're showing it in front of?
Well, we weren't slaves to what exactly happens at a certain time of the year. We just, it was the 80s. It was like 82, 83. But we looked, and we was like, okay, well, what came out after Rambo in the cinemas? And we had a list of films, and we couldn't help but laugh when we saw Yentl. And it was Yentl, yes.
That's it. Before that was Gandhi. We just wanted something that would contrast with the opening film.
Yeah.
And Gandhi was an obvious one, but then Yentl just has a certain extra spice to it that we just thought we'd have to have that. I'm amazed actually as many people have picked up on it as we've since found they have. But yeah, because we just thought it was like a little joke that only we would get. But yeah, it's a good one.
What was it like? Because your first film was Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. Sci-fi, mostly adults. How much of it was like just a shock to go from that to like this kind of sweethearted or sweet, simple story about children making this film and dealing primarily with younger actors?
Well, I think for both of us, it was actually a joy to do Son of Rambo. Even though we'd really had a terrific time doing Hitchhiker's Guide, Son of Rambo was sort of, when your two leads are unknown and have never acted before, you get a very sort of, they were having the best time of their lives, and that's very infectious. And they were really easy to work with. You just say, okay, your character comes in, shout at that guy and stand on that blue mark. It's like, okay. They saw it more as a kind of game and a challenge. That's not to belittle their ability, but they saw it more as an extraordinary holiday and an adventure than a career thing.
Are any of the incidents in the film straight out of your childhood?
Well, it's to be honest, a lot. It was based on my own upbringing and my own experiences, but it's far more exciting than anything that actually really happened.
But also, there were very common sort of experiences for kids our age. Growing up in the 80s, it was very similar. The French, I had a French exchange student that was similar to Didier. The want and the desire to get into the sixth form common room and what might be going on in there. I mean, what we've done in the film is we've made it what we thought was going on in the sixth form common room when we were kids. Well, you do when you finally become a sixth former. You get in and there's just like a dartboard and a kettle.
It really is the most. But you sort of learn. Oh, okay. There's nothing here.
Yeah, so it's like it's with those sixth form common rooms. That's how we thought it was inside.
So it pretty much goes to the whole film. Actually, that's how it was all made. It's like how we thought things were, or how we remember them being, not how they really were. Yeah.
So were you more like Will or more like Lee Carter?
Well, I wasn't at all. I'm not from a religious family. In fact, I'm from the opposite of religious. Mm-hmm. But my next door neighbours are Plymouth Brethren, and they're always intriguing because they were so mysterious and kept themselves to themselves. And it seemed like a good idea to move the story next door in order to capture how movies impacted, the impact movies had on us. Because if you have a kid that's never seen any movies and the first thing he sees is First Blood, then you understand the sort of bang effect that would have on someone. But yeah, other than that, it's sort of based on things I used to do, but not literally. Mm-hmm. I had too far an ordinary upbringing to be a movie. Yeah.
Is it going to be a sequel?
Yeah.
We joked about it. We did joke about getting Duncan, the ginger-haired kid, to go back to France with Didier. And we shoot it in France, and it's like
Jean de Florette. He has to save the vineyard with his cheeky English ways, and he brings prosperity back to a bad, a drought-ridden French village. Seems like a good pitch to me. I don't know. Maybe they'll go for it.